Good day. This is Physics for Engineers, and our topic today is topic 6, dynamics of rotations. So this is the problem. In this example, we show how to find the location of a person's center of gravity. Suppose your lab partner has a height of 173 centimeters and the weight of W of 715 newtons. You can determine the position of his center of gravity by having him stretch out on a uniform board supported at one end by a scale as shown in the figure. If the board's weight is 49 newtons and the scale reading F is 3.50 times 10 raised to 2 newtons, find the distance of your lab partner's center of gravity from the left end of the board. So ganito yung gagawin natin. First is sulat natin yung FBD. So sabihin natin ito yung ating lab partner. Tapos meron dito sa dulo may force na N. Tapos meron siyang weight W. And sinabi sa problem it is exactly 715 newtons. Tapos meron din syempreng weight yung ating plank represented by 49 newtons. And meron dito sa dulo na F, yun yung reading, yun yung scale reading 3.50 times 10 raised to 2 newtons, which is pataas. Or simply 350 newtons. So after this, we will find the location of the center of gravity ng ating lab partner. Ito, XCG. So after identifying yung ating required, yung location, yan. Ang gagawin naman natin is to find or to look for M. So dito, since di gumagalaw yung ating object, which is our lab partner, so we can state equilibrium. So the summation of all forces in the y-axis is equal to 0. So meron tayong positive N, tapos negative 750 newtons, negative 49 newtons, and pataas positive 350 newton. So isolate lang natin yung N, makukuha natin is, so ilipat lang yan lahat sa kabila, magigis lang positive 715 newton, positive 49 newton, minus 350 newtons. So ilagay lang natin sa calcu. And makukuha natin is 715 plus 49 minus 350 is equal to 414 Newton. So meron na tayong value ng N, 414 Newtons. So after this, we can now look for the XCG. And based sa ating mga na-derive last month, no, so itong formulang ipapakita ko is last month pa itong topic, is the summation of the forces multiplied by the distance from the axis of rotation all over the summation of your forces, no. So this can be written as the summation of mass times the gravity multiplied by the displacement from the axis of rotation all over the summation of the mass times gravity. So kung mapapansin nyo, constant yung ating gravity, pwedeng mag-cancel. Kaya pwede natin siyang masulat as the summation of m sub I times x sub I all over the summation of m sub I. So ito yung ating formula para mahanap yung center of gravity. But instead of using this, ang gagamitin natin is yung ating concept or yung ating free body diagram para mas lalong maintindihan. So mag-assign muna tayo ng axis of rotation. And kung maalala pa yung ating discussion, kahit saan pwede tayo maglagay ng axis of rotation. Pwedeng dito, kahit saan. Okay? So maglagay tayo ng axis of rotation dito. And i-assign natin yung ating sign. Kapag counterclockwise yung torque, yung ating sign is positive. So maglagay na tayo. The summation of torque is equal to 0 since in equilibrium, and meron tayo ditong force 440 Newton times yung kanyang distance from the axis of rotation is equal exactly to 0. And next, itong weight 750 Newton times yung kanyang distance from the axis of rotation is xcg. So my question is positive or negative? So kung mapapansin nyo, kung ito yung ating axis of rotation and meron tayo ditong force, so magiging rotation niya is clockwise, kaya magiging siyang negative. So next, ano pa yung mga force? So meron tayo ditong 49 newtons. So once again, pa-counterclockwise na naman. Kaya negative. But ano yung kanyang distance from the axis of rotation? So yan yung weight ng ating plank. So ito yung weight ng plank natin, and kung mapapansin nyo, yung ating length ng plank is equal sa height ng ating lab partner, which is 173 centimeters. And kung mapapansin nyo, so yung weight ng plank, yung center of gravity ng plank is divided by 2 sa kanyang length. So masasabi natin that yung distance from this to this is 173 centimeters divided by 2. So yan ang ilalagay natin sa ating sa ating x dito sa 49 newtons. So 86.5 centimeter. Okay. So ang sagot dito is 86.5 centimeter. So ano pa yung mga force? So meron tayo ditong force 350 newtons, and meron siyang distance from the axis of rotation exactly 173 centimeter. And since ito is pataas, so yung magiging result ng rotation niya is counterclockwise, and magiging siyang positive 350 newton times 173 centimeters. And kung mapapansin nyo, hindi na natin kinonvert itong centimeters kasi magka-cancel din naman yan. Okay? So, ang gagawin na natin ngayon is to isolate xcg. So, ilabas natin yan. So, meron tayong... So, ito magiging 0 na yan. So, matitira is ito. Negative 49 Newton times 86.5 centimeters plus 350 Newton times 173 centimeters. So, isolate this. Divide both sides by 750 Newtons. And ilagay lang sa calcu. So, negative 49 times 86.5 plus 350 times 173 all over 715 is equal to 78.6 78.6 757.34266 centimeters. Okay? So, ang magka-cancel pala is yung Newton. No? Magka-cancel pala is Newton. Ang matitira is centimeters. And ito yung distance nung ating center of gravity from the axis of rotation. Okay? A solid frictionless cylindrical rail of mass m is equal to 3 kg. So, sulat natin yung given. So, yung m, yung big letter m, 3 kilograms, ito yung sinusukat niyang mass. Okay? So, denoted by big letter M. And the radius of 0.4 meters. So, meron siyang radius na 0.400 meters. And is used to draw water from a well as seen in the figure. A bucket of mass, small letter m. So, yung small letter m natin, yun yung mass nung ating bucket. 2 kgs. And attached to a cord that is wrapped around the cylinder. So, the question, find the tension T in the cord and acceleration A of the bucket. If the bucket starts from rest at the top of the wall, so yung mga ganong keyword, ilagay natin, the initial velocity is equal to 0. So dito natin ilagay sa given. And falls for 3 seconds. Before hitting the water, how far does it fall? So delta y. Kasi vertically yung ating displacement. So ito yung ating given at required. And given na rin tayo ng free body diagram, which is this. So this is how you solve this problem. So una, isulat muna natin yung summation of all forces sa ating y-axis. So, meron tayong T, yung tension, kung mapapansin ito. So, positive. So, keep in mind, this is not in equilibrium since meron tayong acceleration. Kaya hindi natin i-state that this is equal to 0. No? So, hindi natin in-state yan, kaya hindi yan in equilibrium. So, meron lang tayong tension pataas, tapos minus mg. So, dito lang muna tayo mag-focus, no? Dito lang muna sa ating bucket. So, meron na tayong equation 1 and balik tayo sa second law of Newton. I-substitute natin MA dito sa summation of all forces. So, magiging siyang MA is equal to T minus mg. So, after this, dito naman tayo mag-focus sa second FBD, which is yung ating real of mass. So, ito yun, no? So, meron tayong rotation, meron tayong inertia, and balikan natin yung basic equation ng ating rotational dynamics, which is the summation of torque is equal to the inertia times the angular acceleration. So, ito yung dinerive natin last month. And whereas the inertia is the moment of inertia of our object. And based din sa discussion natin last month, yung moment of inertia ng kada object, meron yan sa ating table. So, balikan natin yung table natin. And kung mapapansin natin, given tayo dito ng solid cylinder. Kaya ang gagamitin nating moment of inertia is yung pang solid cylinder. So, based sa table, kung babalikan nyo, meron siyang formula na 1/2 m times the radius squared. So, i-substitute lang ito dito. So, ganito na yung ating magiging equation. After this, mag-focus muna tayo sa ating second free body diagram, which is ito. So, maglagay tayo ng center of rotation. Yan. Tapos, meron tayo ditong force na tension. Yung distance niya from the axis of rotation is represented by R. And meron tayo ditong torque. So, yung summation of all torque kapag counterclockwise is positive is equal to, meron tayo ditong T. Lagay natin yung T times the radius, no? So, tension times the radius. And yung sign naman, positive ba o negative? So, since yung magiging result of rotation ng ating tension is clockwise, so magiging siyang negative, no? So, meron tayo ditong general equation of this specific free body diagram. Sulat lang natin. And i-substitute natin yan dito. So, magiging negative tension times the radius is equal to 1/2 mass radius squared times the alpha. So, ang gagawin natin is, pwede nating i-divide both side by negative radius para mag-cancel yung negative at yung radius dyan. So, mag-cancel to. So, magiging T is equal to negative 1/2 m radius alpha. So, after this, ang pwede nating gawin is kunin yung acceleration formula sa ating topic rotation. So, meron siyang acceleration is equal to alpha times the radius. So, ito yung formula ng rotation natin. And isolate natin yung alpha. Divide both side by the radius and i-substitute natin yan dito. So, mag-cancel is this. And meron na tayong second equation. Ang pwede naman natin gawin ngayon is to substitute this equation sa ating force equation. Susulat ko muna yung first equation natin. Ito yung equation 1, tapos ito yung ating equation 2. Substitute lang natin yung equation 2 dito. And ang hinahanap guys is yung tension at acceleration. So, hanapin muna natin yung acceleration. And ang pwede natin gawin is to isolate the acceleration. So, meron tayong term na may acceleration. Lipat natin dito. And i-factor out natin yung common term which is yung ating A. So, keep in mind, magkaiba yung small letter m sa big letter M. Yung small letter m, para yan sa bucket natin. Yung big letter M, para yan sa ating cylindrical rail. Kaya hindi yan common term. So, finactor out ko lang. Tapos, divide both side by the quantity of small letter m plus 1/2 multiplied by the big letter m. So, magka-cancel and meron na tayong equation para sa acceleration. So, ilagay lang natin yung ating given. The small letter m is equal to 2 kilograms. The big letter m is equal to 3 kilograms. Yung G natin is 9.81 meters per second squared. And ilagay lang to sa ating calculator. 2 times 9.81 quantity 2 plus 1/2 times 3 kilograms. So we have an acceleration of 5.60571428.6. So anong unit? So magka-cancel is kg. The unit is meters per second squared. And store natin yan sa ating A. So may nakalimutan lang ako, which is yung sign. So nung nilipat natin yan dito, magiging siyang positive, tama. And yung ating mg is negative. So dapat di naman natin siya nilipat, kaya siya ay negative pa din. So negative, then na magiging sagot dyan, kung ilalagay sa calcu, is magiging negative yan. So dapat yung na-store nyo sa A is value negative. After this, meron na tayong acceleration na negative, indicating that the movement is downwards. So hanapin naman natin yung tension. So gagamitin na natin is yung first equation, yung equation 1, ito. And dito na natin yan isolve. So isolate lang natin yung T. Negative mg lipat ma plus mg. Common term is yung ating small letter m. A plus G. Yung M natin is simply 2 kg. Quantity, the acceleration is nakastore sa ating A, meters per second squared, plus yung G natin is 9.81 meters per second squared. Ilagay lang ulit sa ating calculator. 2 times the quantity A plus 9.81 is equal to 8.48571429. So ang unit niya is kilograms multiplied by meters per second squared is equal to Newton. So meron na tayong check, and paano naman yung delta y. And kung mapapansin nyo, babalikan na naman natin yung ating kinematics dito. So yung delta y, dito natin yan isulat. So ano ba yung formula ng delta y, yung ating displacement? So alam natin that it is equal to the initial velocity times the time plus 1/2 a sub y t squared. Tingnan natin kung given tayo ng initial velocity at time. So given tayo ng initial velocity, nagsimula siya sa 0, tapos yung time natin is equal to 3 seconds. So magka-cancel to since yung ating velocity is equal to 0. Ang matitira is 1/2 a sub y t squared. No? So keep in mind guys, yung acceleration natin dito is yung acceleration ng bucket vertically. And sinolve natin yan which is negative 5.60 5714286 meters per second squared. So ilagay lang natin yung ating stored value A dito sa ating calculator. Whereas yung T is equal to 3 seconds. One half times E times 3 squared is negative 25.22571429. So ang unit, cancel yung second squared, matitira is meters. So yung ating bucket, nag-displaced siya pababa ng negative 25.22571429 meters. So these are the answers to these problems. Ito yung tension. So yung tension natin is 8.40 newtons. Yung acceleration natin is negative 5.60 meters per second squared. And yung ating delta Y is negative 25.22 meters. Next problem. So, two blocks with masses M sub 1 is equal to 5 kg and M sub 2 7 kg are attached by a string as in the figure over a pulley with mass M is equal to 2 kg. The pulley, which turns on a frictionless axle, is a hollow cylinder with a radius of 0.05 meters over which the string moves without slipping. The horizontal surface has a coefficient of kinetic friction of 0.350. The question is find the speed of the system when the block of mass M sub 2 has dropped 2 meters. Sa mga ganitong problem, mahalaga isulat muna natin yung given. M sub 1 is equal to 5 kilograms. M sub 2, 7 kg. And dito, hindi na natin kailangan gumawa ng FBD since given at sa atin yung FBD. So, meron tayong big letter M, which is yung mass dong ating pulley. 2 kg. And meron siyang radius na 0.05 meters. Big letter radius. And meron din tayong mu, the kinetic coefficient, the kinetic friction coefficient, 0.350. And yung hinahanap is yung speed ng system, the velocity. So meron din tayong given, guys, 2 meters, no? So yan yung ating height. And dito, since ang pinag-uusapan dito is yung speed, so meron dito ang energy and meron tayong work. So ang formula na gagamitin natin is yung work equation. Yung system natin, meron siyang movement, meron siyang velocity kasi bumaba siya, no? So ibig sabihin meron siyang kinetic energy, the change in kinetic energy, plus since nagkaroon ng change in height, meron din tayong change in potential energy. Tapos meron tayong rotation na nangyari dito sa ating pulley. So ibig sabihin meron din tayong change in rotational kinetic energy. So isa-sign muna natin. So dito muna tayo. And kung mapapansin nyo, itong formula na yan, that is your non-conservative work based sa ating topic 3 discussion. Expand lang natin to. So the change in kinetic energy, kung maalala, meron siyang formula na 1/2 mv squared, no? And kung mapapansin natin, dito, meron tayong dalawang object, m1 tapos m2. So parehas yan gumagalaw, so ibig sabihin, both have kinetic energy. So para sa unang object, or sa unang box, m1, meron siyang kinetic energy na 1/2 m1 final velocity squared minus 1/2 m1 initial velocity squared. So ito yung kinetic energy para lang sa ating first box. So sa ating second box or sa ating second block, meron din siyang kinetic energy. So ilagay natin plus 1/2 m2 final velocity squared minus 1/2 m2 initial velocity squared. So tapos na tayo sa change in kinetic energy. Dito naman tayo sa potential energy. So analyze muna natin yung nangyari. So ito yung initial position. Initial position ng ating free body diagram or ng ating system. So nagsimula siya at rest, no? So ibig sabihin meron siyang initial velocity equal to 0, and yung movement dito sa ating pulley, yung kanyang angular velocity is also equal to 0. So after some time, nagkaroon ng movement. So nangyari, bumaba siya ng 2 meters, no? So 2 meters to. Okay? And sa ganito guys, gagawa agad kayo ng Cartesian plane kung saan isiset nyo kung nasaan yung origin, and based sa sinabi ko dati, magsisimula dapat kayo sa initial position. But this time, para mas madali, magsimula naman kayo sa final position natin, no? So ibig sabihin, yung y sub f mo is exactly nasa Cartesian plane mo, so yan ay equal to 0. And yung y initial mo, which is yung layo from the origin, is exactly equal to positive 2 meters. Okay? So ganito yung nangyari. So after this, balik tayo dito. Ano yung formula ng potential energy? Ang formula is mg times y. Okay? And dito muna tayo sa ating first object, yung ating m sub 1. So nagkaroon ba siya ng change in vertical displacement? So based dito, hindi siya nagkaroon ng change in vertical displacement. Horizontal displacement lang yung kanyang change in displacement. Kaya ang magiging value ng delta potential energy niya is equal to 0. But dito sa ating second object, yung ating mass sub 2, nagkaroon siya ng change in the vertical displacement. So ibig sabihin meron siyang value. Okay? So isulat natin. So plus mg y sub f minus mg y sub I. Whereas yung ating mass is mass sub 2. So huwag kalimutan yung subscript na yan. So tapos na tayo dito. So next is yung ating change in rotational kinetic energy. So dito yung ating dalawang object, wala siyang change in rotational kinetic energy. Ang meron lang rotational kinetic energy is yung ating pulley. So magiging balikan muna natin yung formula ng kinetic energy natin, rotational. So meron siyang formula na 1/2 I omega squared. Okay? So since ito lang yung umiikot, yung ating pulley, isa lang yung ating change in kinetic energy rotational. So ito yung ating magiging working equation. And pwede pa itong mabawasan since marami tayong naset na condition. So ito yung mga binilugang ko. So dito muna tayo. Initial velocity is equal to 0. Ang pwedeng mag-cancel is ito. Angular velocity is equal to 0. Cancel. And meron tayong final displacement which is equal to 0. So after this, isulat ulit natin yung mga natirang equation. Sulat ko lang yung ating equation. So keep in mind guys, kung ano yung velocity ng ating mass sub 1, ganoon din yung velocity ng ating mass sub 2. Kasi pare silang, kasi they are connected with each other. Okay? And so since yung initial velocity is equal to 0, so para sa object 2, yung kanyang initial velocity din is equal to 0. And isulat ko na yung mga natira. Ito. Tapos, keep in mind, yung ating y sub f is equal to 0. Pwede pa mag-cancel ito. So, matitira is this. M sub 2. So, negative. M sub 2 times G y sub I. And yung ating rotational kinetic energy. After this, magawa ulit tayo ng another equation para naman sa non-conservative work due friction. And ilagay ko lang muna yung ating image. So mag-focus naman tayo sa friction work. Nandito yung friction. So mag-focus tayo dito sa F sub K. And based sa ating dynamics na topic, meron niyang formula na mu multiplied by n. Yung ating mu is the coefficient of kinetic friction. Tapos yung n natin is the perpendicular force. So isolve muna natin yung perpendicular force by doing the summation of all forces sa ating y-axis dito lang sa ating first object, yung ating m sub 1 lang. So meron yan in equilibrium, and yung ating force sa y-axis is n, positive kasi pataas, tapos yung kanyang weight m sub 1 times the gravity. Isolate lang natin yung n, magiging m sub 1 times gravity. I-substitute natin yan dito. Ito na yung ating magiging equation. And balikan natin yung pinakang basic equation for work. Work is simply the force times the displacement. Whereas yung force natin dito is yung ating friction force. So substitute lang natin ito dito. Tapos yung ating displacement is yung movement ng ating object 1 nung bumaba yung ating object 2. So bumaba to, naging 2 meters. So syempre, since magka-connected yan, gagalaw to ng 2 meters horizontally. Kaya yung value ng delta x mo dyan is equal to 2 meters. So after this, isulat natin, or isulat ko lang ito dito. So ito na yung ating magiging equation, and since both are equations for non-conservative work, pwede natin yang i-equate. Okay? Also, keep in mind that yung force natin, yung friction force natin is papuntang kaliwa, and yung displacement natin is papuntang kanan. So therefore, yung magiging value ng ating work dyan, since opposite direction yung force at displacement, magiging negative. Okay? So equate lang natin. So copy ko lang to. Equate lang natin sila. So magiging ganito, i-equate ko lang. Tapos pwede na natin i-solve yung hinahanap na final velocity. Okay? So given naman na tayo ng, so copy ko lang muna to. Para direct sub na lang. Or shift solve na lang natin. Para mas mabilis. So, check muna natin kung kompleto na. So, given tayo ng mu. So, check. M sub 1, check. Gravity, check. Yung delta x natin, wag kalimutan that also equal to 2 meters. Yan ang sinabi ko kanina. So, check. M sub 1, check. Final velocity, ito yung hinahanap. Ito yung hinahanap. M sub 2, final velocity, yan yung hinahanap. So check yung initial position, y sub I. So based sa ating given, yan yung ating 2 meters. Check. And omega, final omega natin is wala. Yung ating I is wala. So ito yung problema, paano natin to gagawa ng paraan. So, paano natin ma-eliminate yung I or omega? Or better yet, paano natin yan i-replace? So, kailangan nating bumalik sa pinakang definition ng inertia. So, actually, kahit di na tayo bumalik sa pinakang definition ng inertia, since given dito yung ating yung shape ng ating pulley, which is a hollow cylinder, and based sa table, yung inertia para sa hollow cylinder is equal to mass times radius squared. Okay, so kung babalikan yung table, ito yung kanyang equation. So, meron niyang I is equal to M, radius squared. And pwede natin actually i-substitute ito dito. Okay? So, magiging, so isulat ko lang to, 1/2, yung I is equal to this, M radius squared multiplied by omega, final omega squared. So, meron naman tayong radius na palitan natin. So, meron na tayong radius. Check. Ang problema na lang is omega. So, balik na naman tayo sa ating rotation topic. Yung ating velocity is equal to, based sa ating rotation topic, yung velocity or the tangential velocity is equal to omega times the radius. Okay? So, since naka-square yan, so square natin both sides of the equation. So, magiging v squared is equal to omega squared times radius squared. And pwede na nating ma-substitute yung r squared, omega squared, as simply v squared. So, magiging ganito yung ating equation. So, itong ating equation na to, yung ipapalit natin dito. So, ilista ko lang ulit yung ating formula. So, negative mu times mass sub 1 g delta x is equal to 1/2 m sub 1 v final squared plus 1/2 m sub 2 times final velocity squared minus m sub 2 g y sub I plus 1/2 big letter M v squared. Whereas yung ating v dyan is the final velocity. So, kompleto na yung ating guys yung ating formula. And ang gagawin na lang natin is shift solve. So, negative mu, ilagay sa calcu. Yung mu is equal to this, negative 0.350 times m sub 1, which is 5, times the gravitational acceleration, times yung delta x natin, which is 2, which is equal to, so keep in mind guys, yung ating m sub 1, m sub 2, at yung big letter m is magkaiba yan baka malito kayo. So m sub 1 is equal to 5. Final velocity, yun yung hinahanap, so x squared plus 1/2 m sub 2 is 7. Tas yung final velocity is yun yung hinahanap, x squared minus yung m sub 2, which is equal to 7, times the gravity. So, adjust ko lang muna. Yan. Palitin ko ng konti. Saan na tayo? So, andito na tayo sa... Andito? So, yung y sub I natin is equal to 2 meters. Plus 1/2, yung big letter m natin is equal to 2. And yung final velocity, yan yung hinahanap natin. So, shift solve na lang yan. And yung answer dyan is x is equal to 3.836013556. And yung hinahanap natin dyan is velocity, so meters per second. So ito yung ating sagot. Ito yung ating final velocity kapag yung nung bumaba yung ating object, yung ating system ng 2 meters. Yan yung velocity niya at that particular moment in time.